One. Live.
All right, cue the graphic. Good afternoon, Los Santos. Dan Dorfman here with another Dorfman Files for WVT-TV News. The news you need to hear when you need to hear it. We are exceptionally lucky to be standing here with Officer Johnny Dazzler, new officer here on the LSPD in Los Santos. Johnny Dazzler happens to have come to us, and he's really made his mark out here on the streets thus far, and we wanted to give him an opportunity to come here and tell us a little bit about himself, and how you doing this evening, Officer Dazzler?
No, I'm doing fine, Mr. Dorfman. You see, came on duty tonight. We had a couple calls. I was able to, get dispatched to the vicinity. We got a couple people, bad people, off the street. Let me tell you a little story here. We had we had an individual who, I would classify as most likely a level 50 scoundrel. That's a proper terminology for it. Well, we were able to decipher through his cloud of lies and his deception and bring him in, and now we have one more dangerous individual off the streets due to the excellent teamwork and cooperation between the LSPD and the BCSO.
Yeah, the BCSO for our viewers is the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. And, it's really a great thing that you guys work so closely together jointly on these cases. Sometimes, perpetrators, they go in and out of the city up into the greater Blaine County area, and you guys kind of share resources a little bit. Tell me how that helps you just, get in there, like you said, and really handle these kind of situations.
Well, you see here, Mr. Dorfman, I like to attribute a lot of that to not only my individual prowess as well as my individual ability, but also to the expert training and leadership brought forth by our great Sheriff Mike Bayo, as well as our chief and head of the division, Chief Mason, and Assistant Chief Andrews.
Now we understand that all of the all the deputies and the LSPD get some special, really special training. You were telling me a little bit about some of that. I don't want you to give away any trade secrets, out there to any, would-be douchebags out there watching. But, maybe you can go into a little bit about the high level of training that, cadets and aspiring police officers receive here in Los Santos.
All right, absolutely. I'd love to do that, and maybe if Jats could zoom in here on my face, that way we can really get the sternness and the the intimidation factor that I exude here. Now you see,
you guys,
due to go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna say, I could see just like out of the side, from the side of your glasses, the intensity, in your eyes and the your eyebrows there. I wouldn't want that. If you were bringing the questioning on me, I don't think I'd want to. I don't think I could stand up to that kind of inquisitive look.
Yeah, not many people can. I mean, there's two playing fields when you're Officer Dazzler or any other law enforcement officer. There's the playing field out there outside those doors, but then there's the one down below in the holding cells. And the one that I attribute to being able to bring these perps in, I mean, that's going to be the advanced training in our special weapons and tactics. And those tactics involve certain maneuvers we're taught and certain maneuvers that I perfected that are able to incapacitate humanely, I should add, criminals as well as scoundrels that like to prey upon the innocent out there in Los Santos. Some of those special submission holds would include the classic Kimura lock that is able to allow me to close a distance between me and a perp in I would say about 0.5 of a millisecond. There's also the Hell's Gate maneuver. If I'm ever finding myself a bit crowded, it allows me to completely render someone unable to respond or react on anything. That would be the Hell's Gate, perfected by the Undertaker.
Yeah, now you listen to those kinds of things, and it's you take that kind of a confidence, that kind of a high level of training. It sure does make you question, the types of people that would come out here to Los Santos and do that kind of those kinds of crimes, because they're just not going to get away, not from a fine officer like you.
No, sir. I mean, they can try their best to get away, but let's just say, when it comes down to it, the criminals will run away scared. They'll fear the name Dazzler as well as all the other LEOs here within both the LSPD and the BCSO. I mean, our reach is long, wide, and it comes with a fury for those who would disobey the laws.
And you heard it here, guys. Now, Officer Dazzler, I wanted to give you kind of an opportunity to, every officer, they join the force for different reasons. They find their way into the police force, and it takes a special individual to get out there and protect and serve every day. I mean, I'm a news guy. You don't see me very often pulling out a bulletproof vest and, going into places like that. And yet these are situations you have no idea, whether it be a domestic call or what have you, what you're going to roll up on. And I wanted to just kind of say, how did you find your way into the police force? What kind of motivated you to get involved and, put yourself out there for the citizens of Los Santos?
Well, I like to put my, my upbringing as a main reason. My father was a bit of an alcoholic as well as a well-known degenerate and criminal. His influence caused the early death of one of my only brothers, my treasured brother that I do miss to this very day. He also caused the untimely demise of my mother, which, we still miss her to this day. And I saw that and I was like, you know what? I want something better for my kids, but, unfortunately, you go through 3 marriages, you go through 3, females who are, a bit enamored by the badge and not really there, for the upbringing of their children. And well, let's just say my children, they better sharpen up.
Now, speaking of children, what ages of kids? It sounds like you're very proud of them. You're out here every day kind of working hard for them.
Well, I do have my oldest, who is Jeffrey Connors, unknown movie star, a bit of a degenerate himself. I wouldn't say I'm very proud of him. I do care for him, but he's got to shapen up. I do also have my youngest, which is going to be Braben Dazzler. Braben, if you're watching this, get the glue out of your mouth, Braben. What have I've told you that 5 times. Don't, Braben, get the glue out of your mouth.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say on that.
Yeah, you can see the intensity there, so you can imagine, if you're trying to pass some sort of bullshit on Officer Dazzler, he's going to be calling you to the carpet on that, lickety split. Now, one of the other things that fascinates us here at WVT-TV News, not only have you been very helpful, Officer Dazzler, but we understand, unlike many of the officers here on the force who, are involved in different things, you've got kind of a unique second opportunity. You're actually a novelist. Is that right?
I am indeed. I'm coming out with a new book. It's going to be hitting the bookshelves very soon here, Barnes and Noble, as well as the Amazon bookstore. You could get them. I do believe it's going to be coming out within the month. That's going to be 8 inches of razzle dazzle. A bit of a bit of a biography on my previous exploits.
All right, so it's going to be a little bit of a kind of a biography, but I understand that the 8 inches of Dazzler is going to be kind of like it's a little bit of a spicy novel too. So, if you're kind of, you like a good read, maybe early in the morning or, late at night, this is going to be the kind of novel that you're going to have a hard time, you're going to find it gripping, and you're going to have a hard time putting it down, right?
Absolutely, Dan. See, this book is going to be one that captures the emotions. It's going to capture the pain that a lot of LEOs go through. It's also going to capture the pride in the job that we enjoy. I mean, let me see here. Hold on. Give me just a moment. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see if maybe you could give us kind of a little bit of a passage, for just to get as a sample, to see what's out there.
All right. Well, if you don't mind, I'm just going to read a short passage here. I mean, I'm not going to give the entire thing. All right. So we have here, this is from chapter 1, paragraph 20. Bonnie Dabbler walks into the room. He sees Lorena Sanchez sitting in the cell, dripping wet from a previous foot pursuit that ended in the Vespucci canals. Officer Dazzler, Officer Dazzler slowly takes off his vest and begins to rub petroleum jelly on his chest hair, watching it glisten in the holding cell light. He then takes a Jell-O cup and puts it on top of his head, making himself into a strawberry shortcake. He then waggles his arms going towards Lorena, and then he proceeds to interrogate her, using every single one of his abilities to decipher whether or not she's telling the truth. At that point, Lorena is completely hot and steamed over. She throws herself at Officer Dazzler. And at that point, I mean, it gets a bit more steamy there, Dan. There's not much I can do to censor it, but I think you get the message.
Holy cow. I can imagine some of our viewers at home right now are reaching for a pack of smokes after, and also, going out there to Amazon.com as well as BarnesandNoble.com, looking right up there for, for Officer Johnny Dazzler's new book that's coming out. And give us that title one more time.
8 inches of razzle dazzle.
And the 8 inches of razzle dazzle. Now, we really appreciate you taking the time out here, Officer Dazzler. It's good to know that we have rounded police officers out here, humbled, and out there doing the hard work, pounding the pavement, and putting those perpetrators away, whether they have petroleum jelly on them or the petroleum jelly's on you. I mean, it's important to have our finest out there doing a protect and serve job. Thank you very much for taking the opportunity to speak with us.
No problem, Mr. Dorfman. I appreciate this opportunity, and I look forward to, further ventures between your programming and as well as the LSPD. Also, shout out Chief Mason.
All right, there you go. You had a shout out Chief Mason and Sheriff Bayo. And hey, Officer Dazzler, just one quick question. You mentioned you might be doing some book signings. Is that you got a place where you're going to be doing some book signings this weekend?
It's still being negotiated with my, with my people. I do believe, for the first 100, ladies that are going to be at the book signing. I mean, if they want me to sign anything, whether it be, paragraphs of clothing or, body parts, I mean, first 100 get it done.
All right, you heard it. So stay tuned to WVT-TV News. We'll get you the locations out there, and we'll make sure if you're going to be out there looking for Officer Johnny Dazzler and you want to talk to him and get a signing from his new book, stay tuned. This is Dan Dorfman with the Dorfman Files at WVT-TV News. The news you need to hear, Los Santos, when you need to hear it. We're going to go back to you in the studio. The lovely Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie probably is going to want an advanced copy of that book.
Absolutely. I'd be more than willing to talk to Stephanie.
All right. Back to you, Stephanie.
Are we clear?
It's almost. And cut. We're out. Awesome.
All right.
Is that a little you seem to handle that pressure pretty good.
Yeah, it just comes with the job. I mean, it's